You're watching the 420 Pace Network, found at 420radio.ca and paceradio.net.
You're watching the Three High Guys with Al, MJ, and the other Al on the 420 Pace.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Hi, guys. Where'd Al go? There he is. So how's everybody today?
I'm cold.
You're cold. It's like 20 degrees here.
It's fucking 6 degrees here.
Oh,
6.
you live
Yes.
far north.
There is ice on water out in the backyard. I have to bring my all my Instapots in because they're gonna freeze.
Wow. That cold, eh? Well, we did have some cool nights, and there was some ice in the puddles around here.
Yep.
Yeah, but temperature's gone back. It's swinging back the other way. It's like
Well,
Right.
it was -7 the other day here. So
Oh, well, today's high is like 19 or 20.
Yep.
Tomorrow's the same thing. Like, I'm surprised. Like, I was expecting sunshine right now. It was a little overcast, so I'm a little dark in the video here, but it's supposed to be sunny, and I'm sure
Well,
my
it's,
jacket will be good.
going to be up to 8 here in Terrace Bay with 99% humidity.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Why did I move here?
Because you like cooler temperatures.
I like like you like to have a swimming pool in your backyard, Al. I like to have one in my basement.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. That's what you've got in your basement.
Yes, I need to have my drains done.
Oh,
I need to have my drains drilled. Yeah,
That's
I'm,
not
I'm
good.
not having a good time. No.
No, eh? No, because every time you use any water, it's a problem.
Goes downstairs and comes up the drains. And, I'll tell you, all joking aside, it's really hard to dry weed when you've got water underneath the room that there's weed drying.
Yeah, a little bit of high humidity would cause a problem in drying your candles.
Well, you put enough fans on, and luckily I painted the floor with a sealer.
Yeah.
So it's not coming up that bad. Like you can, when you go down to the basement, there's literally humidity on the glass in the windows. But you go into my grow room and you don't feel that because it's been wrapped and
Right.
So that's a plus. But I can't start anything until I fix this. So
Get rid of all the other issues first before you get into your garden, man. Because
I've got all winter. I got to bring everything in. I've got stuff I still have to do, but I can't do anything now until this is fucking fixed.
Yeah,
and it's not going to be a cheap one, unfortunately.
So those who are just tuning in there, I see a couple people are watching. As the show progresses, we got some cannabis news. We got the top 5. We've got some events. Do you have any events, MJ? Yeah. Okay. We got a motivational moment. We're gonna run a video clip on that, and of course our usual banter and chit chat.
And I've got
some reviews. I think MJ, you've got a couple reviews. I've got a review here as well.
I have just a quick review for later on a movie, and I have 3 parts of our first assignment from Sherry Ann Baker.
No,
she went to Hash Fest and did some video-ding, and so we're gonna watch that as well.
Good. I saw that she was there, and I figured I'd get a chance to hear the interviews and what was going on there.
Well, you will.
We will.
Don't rush me.
We won't.
You're not from from what? You're not
trying to roll here. Give me a minute.
Al, you're not from Russia. Why you Russian?
Because I'm trying to roll a joint. Oh, am I allowed to say that?
Not
I
you.
just love it when guests come on and go, fuck. And they go, oh, I'm sorry.
You left where?
I watched an interview last night with Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson's fighting this week on next week on Friday. He got up and he didn't like what the host of the show was saying to him, and he got up in his face and he was like, Mike, we're live. You can't say that. So he looks at him and goes, what are you going to do about it? on live air.
Live.
I thought it was fucking great. I was like, you go, Mike.
Yeah, Mike grew up in a different time, right? Because now people are like, shh, you can't say that.
Well, he's our age. He's my age.
Well,
He's
George Carlin, he's got his, the words you can't say on air.
I love that one. That's one I love. George Carlin and have a nice day. Those are the two that I like.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't find George Carlin as funny as I used to, nor do I find things like Monty Python as funny as I used to. Now, Dave Allen at large or Benny Hill, that's never going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Benny Hill is, Mary Jane?
Yeah.
And do you know who Dave Allen is?
No.
Dave Allen was a comedian who from Britain as well, who did very much the same kind of thing as Benny Hill, but not from an old man's perspective, from a drunk sitting in a chair on a stage with one finger gone. He was very, very. Do you know who I'm talking about, Al?
No, I don't know him. I've never heard the name.
I'll pull up a clip one day. Dave Allen at large is just like, if you like Benny Hill, you'll like Dave Allen at large.
Oh yeah.
It's clips. He'd go out and do skits out on the street and things like that.
Well, I liked Benny Hill when I was like 6.
Yeah, Benny Hill was a sad tale. He was, enormously popular in the 70s and 80s. And he dropped out because he became a bit of a recluse. His assistant went to check on him one morning, I guess, and couldn't get in. So he had to climb from somebody else's balcony to Benny Hill's balcony, where they found him slumped over with a remote control in his hand, watching old Benny Hill shows, which is what he did. Dead, unfortunately. So it was a sad tale, but an amazing career he had.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I remember the shows. I didn't watch them a lot, but it was. I remember the comedy shows. English.
Yeah. Yep, there were a few, and he did it for a very long time. British humor is different.
Yeah, it is. It is different.
It's much like Canadian. It's much like Canadian humor, but it's different.
Yeah.
We say sorry a lot. That's the difference.
Yeah, you know why we say sorry as Canadians?
Because we're sorry.
No, it's because we're such assholes. We always have to apologize.
We're fucking assholes. We have to apologize.
So how was Halloween?
Sorry, I blew up your home. Sorry.
How was Halloween? Did you get many kids at the door?
I had no one. I put a blanket on the window and shut my lights off and sat there and watched TV.
MJ?
The fire department went by. There were maybe 4 or 5 kids. There wasn't many kids on the street at all. Mostly older kids too.
Yeah.
The fire department.
We don't get anybody.
The fire department drives around here at night during Halloween and Christmas because there's a lot of kids out, and it keeps the bears away. Even though I haven't seen a bear in 2 weeks, but
I can see, Jay. Yeah, I know. Where I used to live in Campbellford, they used to sort of deputize people to walk around the town and to deal with crap.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, they drive the 2 fire trucks that they have, and at Christmas there's more fire trucks and the cops. They do it. They drive around with all the lights on and the sirens blaring and all that stuff.
The sirens help keep the bears away.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
the noise, right?
Yeah.
And the bear. Speaking of noise, the bear speaker scared the shit out of me. I ran out to the LP store and I came back and I forget and I opened the door and it was like, wow. And there were people walking
MJ,
by.
did you
and
have
looking.
many? Did you have many people to your place?
I actually don't know. I worked on Halloween. I did karaoke hosting.
Karaoke.
Yeah, burr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you sing the Monster Mash?
No. Interesting story. That song kind of caused a little incident at karaoke that night because I have regulars that come and surprise. But a couple, like one of them came in and said, I'm going to put this in now before anybody else puts their songs in. And I was like, okay. And it was Monster Mash. And I was like, okay, this person got theirs in first. Then another gentleman came over and he put the same song in.
Yeah.
And so I went over to the second gentleman and I said, just so you know, gentleman one has already put in this song. And the guy just sort of like slid it across the table, slid the slip back towards me. And I was like, okay, maybe he didn't hear me. So I leaned in and I kind of like raised my voice a little bit. And I was like, just so you know, this guy is going to do this song. So I need you to pick a different one. And he looked at me, picked up the paper, shoved it in my face and said, I'm doing this one. And at that point, this guy's a regular. He comes all the time. He is super quiet,
Drunk?
reserved, never drinks. He never says boo. And on Halloween, he's like making a stand. And I was like,
He's saying boo.
yeah, he's scaring me because I don't do confrontations. So now I'm like, okay. And I like take the slip and go over to gentleman number one. And I'm like, so gentleman number two is not like backing down on singing this song. I was like, so I guess we're doing it twice, but you're doing it first. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. And he's like, I'll just pick another song. It's okay. I'm like, so thank you, gentleman number one.
Yes, thank you, gentleman one.
Gentleman number two. What the heck was that? You're so
If you're watching gentleman number two,
I will say I love you still. It's just I was not expecting that reaction from
right.
so quiet. It'd be like
the
it'd be like
beast.
Al saying no.
the beast within.
The beast within. It was Halloween. It just brought the animal out of him.
I must have.
Well, I hope he did a really good job on the song.
No comment.
Okay. All right.
I think here's the comment. I think
Time to move on to the next segment.
Number one did a job, but I don't know because he didn't do it. Just saying.
Did he ask for the recording?
No, I haven't been recording them lately. So
No.
But did you get the photo? I sent a photo of.
Yeah, I got the photo. Do you need me to bring it up on the?
You can. I'll post it on my Facebook. But we went for Halloween as. Well, I was Timmy's fairy godparents, okay? So I was Wanda and Cosmo because I had the Cosmopolitan drink. So I was Wanda and Cosmo. And, of course, Timmy was Timmy.
Yeah, let's see the picture, damn it. Come on.
So
anticlimactic.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I wasn't expecting this.
As Timmy's fairy godparents, I make all his.
How long have you been doing this, Al?
Come true.
I'm getting there. It's one button at a time.
Clickety click.
Oh yeah, I know. It's opening up things that weren't opened. You know how it is, right? Okay, here we go. I had something else ready. So there's your picture.
Yep.
I gotta say, I would be expecting more out of the both of you dressing up, but you guys dress up every day.
I struggled with this costume. I will be 100% honest.
It's not flamboyant like you usually are. And even a onesie would have been better. Sorry.
You know what?
Timmy is matching.
So it's a super cool idea. I love the idea, the whole concept. But yeah, I did feel a little dressed down because I was
Undressed.
scared.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't feel undressed. I felt
You
dressed.
have more dress on there than you did as a sunshine girl, but yes.
Yes, but the whole point is it was jeans and a t-shirt, which was typically not.
Yeah, it's more like something you would wear every day.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I don't need Halloween to dress up,
yeah. No.
right? So I just dress up whenever. So I let other people this Halloween do their thing, and
There you go. Dressed up.
yeah, dress down.
Dressed
Dress
down.
down.
Alrighty. That's out of the way. Now I
Did you
gotta go
want
back to
have
the
them
last one.
No, yeah. You just got to open up the other window.
Yeah.
Once you share one thing, though, Al, if you leave it open, you can
Yeah.
go in between windows, right? You can choose different windows. Like I've got 3 different ones. They're all up there. I just go share to this one, share to this one, share to that.
Yeah. I've got all the tabs open.
Yeah.
It's just having to close off the share for this tab and then opening the share for the next one.
I get it. Yeah.
So, alrighty. MJ, are you ready?
Yeah, let's play the video.
All right, here we go.
That's very
MJ's
short.
motivational moment. So, what's up today, MJ?
All right, so today we're gonna play a video because my life has been super crazy busy lately, and I haven't been feeling well. And this was a video that I came across over the last week, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna watch this video every single day." And then I realized, well, I should be sharing this video with you guys.
Mm,
So it is 7 minutes. I will say it's 7 minutes,
I see
but
that.
but you sound so enthusiastic.
This joint can take 7 minutes to smoke as well.
I will say, yeah, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your joint, your bong, whatever. We're going to sit and we're going to watch this. And we can have a very short discussion afterwards, but I don't think we'll need one.
Okay. Alrighty. There we go. I gotta go to that page to hit the play button.
Woo-woo.
Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun
on. Yeah, there you go.
shine on your face rather than on your grave. What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have. This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. So many people in the world take life for granted instead of realizing that you have to take the opportunity to live it the best way you know how. Now, on this journey of life, you're going to face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're going to fall into areas that you cannot understand. And maybe it's not in a position for you to understand at that moment. When you start to feel that you are in a position that you don't love your life, then shame on you, because your life is a beautiful thing and no one deserves to ruin it. No one deserves to control it. No one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life, and you have a right to live it the best way you can. You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment. There are going to be so many different things that you will embark on. There are going to be so many different things that's going to try to slow you down. There are going to be so many different challenges that you must face. But instead of running away from the challenge, run towards the challenge. Be able to understand that life has meaning. It has reason. And all of these things that you may be thinking that is so hard on you, just remember, sometimes you're gonna have to go through these changes, these circumstances that put you in a position to make you feel that you're not worthy anymore. But make no mistake, you are worthy. You were created for something. You wasn't created for nothing. Life has a gift of giving, a gift of receiving. And whether if it's good or bad, you got to make sure you understand that these circumstances and these challenges has to happen in your life. You will come to a point that you may feel that you are in a hopeless situation. You may come to a point in your life where you're at the end of a rope and the only thing left to do is to climb up, because you only can do so much for so long. But make sure you're doing much more instead of doing less. Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself and know that it is not over for you. So many people out there in this world right now will try to tell you not to be something that you feel in your heart that you want to be. So many people out there right now are miserable, and they'll try their best to take you with them. Do not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't going to make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is going to do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life.
I feel like a mic drop after life. It's like boom, mic drop. Shout out to Coach Payne. Thank you for that. I feel like all of that has just been like a grouping of all of the motivational moments and healthy habits I've given you. It literally talked about running towards your problems, like the buffalo.
Yeah.
Speeches like that make me sleepy.
I do say, just like yoga and meditation, when you look for things like that, like motivational things or yoga, meditation, you got to find the right person because if you don't like the tone of that person's voice or the way they teach, you're not going to be interested in what it is they're teaching. So.
Well, we got thanks to Bob, we got a like during the video. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, it is. There are things that you cannot control, and
Like
well,
drains.
yeah, and you could got to make the best out of what what you've got, right? So,
Yeah, my kid asked me the other day, what is the point of life? And I laughed and I said, to live, buddy. Like it's to live and have
yeah,
fun. The point is
yeah,
living.
yeah, yeah. There was actually we watched a movie that was a horror movie,
What did you watch?
and
What
huh?
was it called? Do you
What
remember?
was it called? Oh
Do you know what it was about?
no, not
Like
right
a new
now.
one or an old one?
I'm gonna say an old one. Well, no, it's not super
Like
old.
Boris
But
Karloff old?
let me think on it for a bit. And when we get to the entertainment section, maybe I'll think I'll know what it is.
He's been using his apple too much.
Or not enough?
All right. Anything else on your video? All
Not
righty. Yeah, there was one thing that I was thinking as we were going, as we were watching that, and we're all patients, and um, there's a saying out there that don't make your condition um, shape you. Such as I've got Crohn's disease, and being a
I'm nuts.
slave. Yeah,
I'm nuts.
yeah. And they'll have to control you and still love what you can. It's all, I make jokes about my condition, and because I have my Crohn's disease. I don't know about you guys, but geez, a lot of people want to talk to me about shit.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh,
I
there's a
actually
bad word there. Sorry.
I have a lot of conversations around excrement, and I have people tell me, you know a lot about poop, and I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So,
To survive and live, I kind of need to know
yeah.
these.
So instead of being down on that, and
Down on
I've
poop.
been able to use it as an educational tool instead.
Yep.
Right. So yeah. All right. We're gonna move on to the next segment, and here we go.
It's certainly high on the list.
Hello.
Oh,
Ken.
and I didn't get it ready. But
Al happens to have the list today.
I have the list today, and hey, it's the picture's wrong, but it's still Al's top 5.
There you go.
Yepper.
So yeah, top
Okay,
5.
now Al, hold on.
Yep.
Do it like you did it earlier when we were talking about it. Ask the question.
Yeah. So I asked you guys, and I'll ask our audience out there, what are the top 5 cannabinoids in the cannabis plants?
Or
And
as Chris Backer says, cannabinoids.
cannabinoids. Oh,
I feel like we need the Jeopardy. Do 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 do.
I would have noted this if somebody had said something.
So yeah, top 5 cannabinoids. I'm gonna give everybody a few seconds there to think about what were the top 5, and obviously, I think there's the standard ones, right? There's the
The top
THC,
two.
yeah, it's THC and CBD, right? They're the top 2.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that I know myself when I saw it and thought just in my head. I didn't have the top 5.
Well, I think I got 4, right?
Yeah, you got 4 of them. MJ, you got all 5, but it wasn't just you didn't rhyme them off. as easy as you could THC, CBD.
No, I lost track.
There was some
I
discussion
lost
on
track
that last one.
as I said,
I,
because
I,
it
I
was THC,
Yeah,
CBD,
yeah.
CBG, CBN, and CBC.
yes.
There we go. So there you go. MJ just said them.
So
And
let's
later on, we're going to do a list
Oh, what do
about
they
the
say about
top 5 presidents. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, remember,
THC,
it's the
CBG, CBN,
Yep.
and the CBC. And
Yeah,
the
so what does it
CBC
say
is the
about
one that
what does it say like under CBD?
another well-known cannabinoid that has received attention in medicinal studies for pain management is called CBC. Although it gets less attention than other aspects of CBC, its advantages are encouraging. Cannabidiol acid, also known as CBGA, is the parent substance of 3 cannabinoid compounds, CBC, CBD, and THC. And since CBC does not cause intoxication, it does not produce a sense of euphoria like that caused by THC.
So why haven't we heard about this little devil?
Because everybody's talking about getting high with cannabis. So not,
Yeah,
Well,
nobody wants to just sit there and feel better.
there are some products that have started to hit the market. Specifically, I know Spinach has a product. I think it's Spinach Feels. It's a gummy. When I went in, I was specifically looking for. I don't just want your typical gummies. I don't want to just get high. I want to see what other cannabinoids do you have. And they had ones that had CBG. They had the one that was mixed with CBN, and they also had one that was CBC. So I bought all 3. And I ate one of each when I got home, and I will tell you, in half an hour, my body felt more a part of the bed than it did a part of my body. Like, my legs felt like they belonged to the bed now.
I wouldn't mind
instead
that
of you.
feeling because my
I was
legs
so
move all
relaxed.
over the fucking place.
It was just
Yeah.
it was
I'll
perfect
have
for
to try
bedtime.
it.
If I had
And
shit
I'll
I
have- do you know the brand?
yeah, Spinach.
And it's available on the OCS. Can you pull it up real quick so we can show people?
I assume it would be.
Or do you have a bag of it still?
No, I don't. I finished those.
You ate them all.
Of course I did.
That's
course
like
you
with
did.
Mama T's edibles. You give me a bag. She gave me a big bag of hers when she was at the farm, and I ate them in a day. A whole fucking bag. They're so good.
I haven't tried any legal edibles other than maybe
you
what I got
have
in
to
my
watch.
sample bag. I think that's the only spot I've had legal edibles. And they wouldn't
I
even
have issues
were they?
with illegal edibles because it's usually distillates and isolates, and I can't do it. Although I do like them, they're all right. But I find that those 2 extracts make me really edgy.
All right. I've got info on it, but I can't seem to pull
Okay.
up the photo. So the Spinach goes in the mango. There's
There's different flavors. Like it's a mixed bag of flavors, or is it just one flavor at a time?
it's one flavor at a time.
I'd like a mixed bag.
This one is a mango lime.
Well, to your comment there, Al, the regulations that they changed there earlier this year will allow a producer to do that, to create a mixed bag, because now the outer packaging can be more than 10 milligrams. So
Yeah,
they can actually take different flavors with their 10 milligrams.
Mhm.
They have to completely label that package of that product and then put it in, like, think of the Karma Cup.
They
When
have
the
to be
Karma Cup
separate,
comes
though.
to you, it has individual samples inside.
So they have
them,
to
right?
be separate. Okay.
Right. So what the new regulations allow is each one of those to be 10 milligrams. And let's say they had 10 in a package, then the whole package is 100 milligrams, but each individual one inside is 10.
Okay.
And it has to be completely labeled on the inside.
Right. Because you wouldn't want to mistake one.
Correct. It's when it gets removed from the package, right? So I guess that's probably why.
Here, let me test that for you.
So yeah, they could come up with a variety pack of what
Well,
of the
it's happening with concentrates. Royalty does a split pack, a half a gram and a half a gram of two different strains. I'm usually
Yeah.
an up and a down. I'm trying to convince a certain other somebody to do that as well.
Yeah.
And Potluck has a split pack of 4 different strains, 7 grams each package, and they're each in a different container.
Yeah.
I've showed them. I've gotten it before.
Anything else?
A lot of companies are doing that with
Well, and this is I'm a good thing, because when I go and get medicine, I don't always I don't like to smoke the same thing all the time, because I get used to it. It doesn't do what it's supposed to. Blah 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 blah. So if I can go in and get 4 7-gram packages instead of just 1 ounce, I like that idea. I wish more producers would do that.
I personally love that they're doing that, just because I like variety and
Yeah, exactly.
But the one thing I don't like, I'm going to call out a specific company and a specific product here. General Admission has a taster sampler pack. It's 3 joints. One of them's a grapey grape, and like it I love it. But here's my issue: none of them are labeled. I don't know what is what. 3 doobies in a pack, and there's no designation. At least if you buy the Baby Jeter infused multi-pack with the 5 different kinds in it, all the filters are different colors. They all say what it is on the filter.
Yeah.
So you know.
You need to make changes there, buddy.
Yeah. last week's radio show, Tamara had a brand of cannabis that had that section where it was an outer thing, and inside was 7 grams of each strain from that company.
But you couldn't tell what strains. What.
So there was brown. Yeah,
there was no label.
When she opened it up, that she could pull out a package and actually, I don't think it did. I think it had a strain on the package, but I don't think it had all that specific labeling. That
it's like last year, the Karma Cup was all by colors, and the colors didn't match the colors on the printed back or on the sheet or whatever, the card. So I mistook orange for red, and things like that. So it's nice that she changed that. Just speaking of multi packages, right?
All right.
I hope more LPs start doing that, because then you find the strains that you like, and then you go out and buy an ounce of each. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
I'd be curious how difficult that would be for an LP to package all that and to grow, I don't know.
Hey, you know what? It's supply and demand, and if the market demands that, you have to supply it. Otherwise, you lose out, right? Like the companies that are going to have variety are going to continue.
Shout out to the YouTube watchers.
Hello, YouTube watchers.
Okay, so I just want to say before we disappear from the top 5 cannabinoids, Spinach Feels has THC and CBC. That is their mango lime gummy. They have a THC and CBG, which is pineapple starfruit. Then they have a THC and CBN.
So they all have THC in them.
Yes, but that being said, Glenn's, is it Glenn's? Yeah, Glenn's edibles. They make these awesome little gummies. They're super small, so you don't have to have like a lot of candy when you're eating your dosing.
Right. Yeah. And they're high dose.
They make this one called Lights Out. Oh my God. I think it's got CBG, CBN, and CBD, as well as THC, all in the one gummy. It's amazing. It's amazing. Nice. Yeah. I just want to give them a shout out because they're fucking.
And that is legal market or indigenous.
That's
Yeah.
Glenn's.
There are some products out there on the in the dark market, black market, whatever you want to call them, that are very well known in the community and very well liked. One of them, Moon Rocks, which are
I thought you were gonna say so.
the original Uncle Dan's Moon Rocks. The original Moon Rocks were the.
We should move on to the product review. We're getting into all these.
Sorry.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so
Awesome.
we're
Like
done with the.
Sofa King.
Okay, we're done with the. We'll move on from the top 5 lists. Okay, and we'll move. Our next one is.
I found a recipe and then I lost it, and I was going to share it with you. And I thought it was a really. Oh no! It was the balls that I shared yesterday, Al. But anyway, we'll do that another day.
I've got some recipes. Okay, and this comes from a website that many people know this person. Have known this person for a long time.
Martha Stewart.
No. Puff Mama.
Oh, Joanne. Yeah.
The cannabis Martha Stewart.
Is there peanut butter in it?
She has several recipes here listed. Okay. There's can of butter, there's chocolate chip cookies, there's fudge brownies, there are ginger spice cookies, oatmeal raisins, allspice cookies.
Ooh, allspice.
There are white chocolate almond cookies, double chocolate cookies, butterscotch cookies.
Stop.
It's all the cookies. All the cookies.
There's peanut butter cookies.
No. You can.
Snickerdoodles.
Trail mix
Cookies.
That's insane. No wonder why her last name is Baker.
Peanut butter and jam cream Sammy's. Maple pecan cookies, chocolate vanilla cream cookies.
And they just look pretty too.
They look good.
You got to stop, Al. Are we almost at the
And
bottom?
We're at the bottom.
Okay.
I love that it's not just a plate of cookies in the photo. Like one of them has like a Scrabble board. One of them has like, they look very cool. Like, look at that.
Look at that, eh?
Oh, they look so good.
The peanut butter and jam Sammy's.
Yeah. You can take your peanut butter and your fucking jam.
Yeah. And these are made with can of butter.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Which the recipe is there at the top as well.
Correct. Double chocolate.
Have you got a link that you can throw in our?
Yes, I will throw that in there. I'm just gonna. There's the can of butter recipe. Use good cannabis shake or broken buds. Grind it to a dust in a coffee grinder. Melt a pound of butter in a pot on low, and then sieve ground cannabis into the melted butter. Heat on low without letting it boil. Stir every half hour for 4 or 5 hours. Lay cheesecloth or in a metal or glass bowl and pour the mixture through the cheesecloth.
You know what what I do? I have an old potato squisher, and you put the potatoes in and then squish it, right? And I put in a piece of cheesecloth, and then I put whatever I need to put in the cheesecloth, and then I put it in the table because my wrists, I can't squeeze a lot the cheesecloth, right? And it really helps. So if you need that, look for a potato squisher if you need some help with squishing, right?
Yes. Okay.
Available on
this link. I'm putting the link in the comments so anybody.
That's kind of rude, Al. But okay.
There it goes. Cannabis recipes for today.
Blinky.
Blink. There we go.
Nice.
So yeah,
Heavily.
lots of recipes there, and as different things happen throughout the years. Like Halloween just went by. Maybe there's a cookie there that you really enjoy, but you could make it into the shape of a pumpkin or some spooky monster or ghost or something along that line, right?
Yeah, those chocolate
They
cookies.
they already had the candy canes at the store yesterday on the racks there waiting to go out.
Went to a Christmas party last weekend, which was really freaking.
You know, it's a little disrespectful because you're
Well, it wasn't a party,
typically
it was a dance fundraiser, but what was weird is the fact that there was people that were having a Halloween party down the
yeah,
street.
and then a Christmas party down the road. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like,
It's a little bit disrespectful because typically growing up, you did not do any, even though I'm Jewish, you did not do anything holiday until after Remembrance Day.
yeah,
Not after Halloween. You got to support our troops first.
I've
You know,
had this discussion so many times, and this is the year that I'm doubling down on this one. Who said that putting up decorations prior to November 11th was not respecting or remembering the troops?
I did.
Yeah, but that's just your opinion. Like, I
That's right.
still
Correct.
if somebody puts up their decorations prior to November 11th and still honors and remembers.
I'm not talking about a personal somebody. I'm talking about businesses.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, everybody, anything, like, if you think back, and most veterans will tell you that I spoke to anyways, that they fought for our rights and our freedoms,
Yep.
right? So they say it's your right to put up your
Sure it
decoration
is.
whenever you want, and you're free to do so.
Sure it
The
is. Sure.
the problem lies when people start arguing about it.
This is what I was getting at. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, but
The arguing and the bickering
I was
has
started
already started. Right.
like
Uh,
they had Christmas stuff out last month when they put the Halloween shit out. Like, it was literally Christmas one side at the dollar store and Halloween on the other.
I last time I was in Marathon at the mall, if you want to call it that, the mall with only 3 stores open still.
Plaza,
Huh?
it's a plaza now.
It as a plaza. Yes, it's not a mall, it's a plaza. Soon to be a strip mall. But anyways, they had stuff slowly going out. But that's like what is it? It's the green store. It's owned by the yellow store people. It's a PC store, right?
oh, no frills would be
Blah
yellow.
blah blah. No, it's not a no frill.
It's
No
green.
frills is the yellow store, and then
Yeah.
they've got the green store, which is Food Basics, right? That's the green store.
I think so.
It's the only way I can remember. Everybody is Bud, and where do you shop? At the yellow store, at the green store.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
You have to make things easier as you get older.
We have 3 grocery stores actually 4 grocery stores within 3 towns.
I miss
our
the
choice.
grocery store in Hastings. I miss that little store, and I really miss the Home Hardware in Hastings.
I think the one in Hastings is a green store.
No, it's a Value Mart.
Value Mart.
Yeah,
Isn't that?
but it but they have
It is green.
and what's the name of the one in Campbellford that I like, Al?
No frills.
No.
Well, no, it's an independent store.
What's that
It's
called?
It's called Sharp's Market.
That's
It's
right. Sure.
The family. It's a family-owned business.
Oh yeah, and you can go in and
they are
get
an
that
independent
homemade food at their deli bar, and
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
You go
Yummy,
in and
yummy.
get your dinner or your lunch. It's already made.
Not here. No, we have a butcher. So
Yeah, they have that all.
The
there
meat's
too.
pretty good, but what happens up here is sometimes we don't get our deliveries, so it's like shopping in Russia. Sorry, Russia people, but it's like the cupboards are bare.
Yeah.
Sometimes
All
it's not
right.
just toilet paper anymore.
Okay. Well, we're done our recipes.
Yep.
And it's time to us to run a little promo,
Let's not talk
And-
about food anymore.
and then we'll be back with the headlines.
The headlines.
The headlines. Alrighty, here we go. See you on the other side.
This, guys, is a BT bottle with a little straw on the end of it, okay? Back in the day, we used to have glass bottles, soda pop in glass bottles, okay? Soft drinks. And this was built for the old school hash. This is the hash that your uncles and your grandparents would get. And this is the stuff that we would all treasure whenever we could get it because we thought it was the best stuff because it's the constant. It was our form of concentrate.
Correct.
Right? When we were young, right?
Yes.
This is
To answer your question now.
Oh, here we go.
Forward.
Now you're going to cut this out if it doesn't work, right?
You just cut it out now. These are the 3 tools I use to form and shape the hashes.
So now once the prep work is done over on the lathe, it now has to come over to me to put the mouthpiece on and finish off the top part. So first up, I just need to clean up and close off the top that's left over.
First thing I'll do is I will heat up the corner and I'll push in the Maria, which is the circular lump that acts as a stopper. Right? Whereas I'm kind of like, I'm 49 years old, and I don't have time to be an artist.
You know,
My
but
wife said I'm not allowed to
each
do
one is individual, though. There's only one of each. So it does make it art.
that. Oh, stop it. Okay.
All right, news time, headlines. I think, Al, you've got a headline article there. And just a quick update on that little Apple thing there. It's gone from the 2.5 hours of recording that we've done, and I've got it down to about 50 minutes. And I'm going to make more than one video out of it as well.
Cool.
Right.
So
it's
I
coming.
thoroughly enjoyed Dave. He's a really good guy, and he's very knowledgeable. He's been doing it a long time, and that's the first time. Like, I mean, I've seen glass blowing at an event, but that's the first time that I've ever been able to just sit there and watch the whole process, which is what we did basically. Al was there, I was here, so I enjoyed that. I can't wait to see that, Al.
All righty, news. Al, you've got something that you want to bring up in the news, and just so you know, the sun is out.
I you know what? It's just a quick news thing here. Let me bring it up here. It's just a quick news thing because every time Willie does something, you got to kind of make a mention. Willie Nelson has a new album coming out, a cookbook, and there's something about Chris Christopherson. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but Willie's got a cookbook coming out. He's 91 years old. It's called Last Leaf on the Tree is his album this year. It's his 76th solo album and 153rd album overall. Holy
smokes, that's a lot of music.
That's a big catalog that his kids are going to get access to later. That's for sure. I had no idea. So so when you see the cookbook, Check it out. I'm going to see if I can
Good.
find it. I'll put my feelers in.
Yeah, exactly. We have to find out what kind of recipes he's got in there.
Yeah. Maybe I can get a review copy.
Yeah, and we could have that as the recipe of the day.
Willie, we'd like a copy of both your book and your album.
Yeah,
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie. All right. So that's about that for that. That's there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. Some of which we're not going to bring up today. No, I'm kidding. The battle begins today down in the States.
Oh yeah.
I feel
All
like
right.
it's really fitting that it's November 5th. Remember,
I know, right?
November, the 5th of November.
Actually, it's my friend Tony. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Yeah, I've known Tony, I don't know, for years.
You're great.
Oh, yeah. No, he's actually he's from my little town that we grew up in there, Willie Nelson.
Is that the book?
Is it available yet?
Yeah. It's available on Amazon as well as
And what is it called again?
Willie and Annie Nelson's Cannabis Cookbook.
Awesome.
Oh, there you go.
You can get a hardcover for $40.
Bring that back. Hang on a second. I'm gonna move you, okay, and bring that back up again. I'm gonna put you right on the big screen. Where you can see it. There you go.
Is there a link, Mary Jane, that you can post?
Just Google it. I searched it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeez.
Google it.
I could see before the sun came out.
We can see you fine.
Yeah, okay, yeah, now you can see. All right. Now headline news, Willie and his thing, and here we go. Into sports. I've got two cannabis sports stories today. First one up is that the cannabis and the professional pickleball is in first ever sponsorship deal.
Oh, awesome. I love tennis, and I think that I would enjoy pickleball as well, although I've never played it.
I've never played it. I've seen people playing it.
Yeah, it's just a cut down version of tennis. Same rules as tennis, except for you got a bigger paddle and you're a smaller playing field.
True Leaf Cannabis Corporation, they said they made history as the first official cannabis sponsor of a professional pickleball. They announced it back in August.
Awesome.
It's agreement with the United Pickleball Association and the Caravan Pro Pickleball and Major League Pro Pickleball by Margaritaville instead of Marijuanaville. Let's see.
Another thing I don't like, pickles.
Yeah, I'm not a dill pickle. I don't mind pickles, but not dill pickles. 12 premier events. Arizona, wow. Florida, Georgia, Atlanta. So yeah, they'll be traveling around the U.S. With cannabis sponsorship on the pickleball and everything.
Wait, what other kind of pickles are there?
Balls.
Well, there's dill pickles, icicle pickles, bread and butter pickles.
That's in a deli. I believe in a deli, you're most likely going to get a dill or a bread and butter in a deli.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I like the icicle pickles. They were good too.
I don't like pickles at all.
Pickles.
No, I don't like pickles.
No. Or sorry, you just like gherkins.
No.
Gherkin.
I don't like any kind of pickle. No.
That's the actual like little cucumber thing before it's put in brine.
Yeah. Don't like cucumbers either. No, thank you. Or squash.
How have you lived? You don't like a lot of stuff.
I'm a very fussy eater.
I was always told I was fussy. Holy smokes. Al's got me. All right. One more news story, guys. Here we go. And this is right here in Canada. Canadian national women's volleyball player jailed for international pot smuggling.
I heard something about that.
This is just a stupid story. Like I feel like she's just stupid. What
Yeah, it says
$300 was offered?
yeah, she was paid $300 to carry the suitcase, and the suitcase had an estimated value of more than $1 million.
Clearly, she didn't know what was in the suitcase. But
No,
still,
I was
$300? Come on.
yeah. Yeah,
Show you
she's
that
been jailed in
professional
Britain.
sports don't pay shit.
Had
If she-
19 kilograms, 19 kilograms of cannabis in it when she landed at Heathrow Airport.
oh God. You know, I'm as much as I'm laughing and cracking jokes, it's actually quite sad that this person
Yeah,
was
she was
like
sentenced
manipulated.
to 15 months in jail. Well,
That's
she's probably
actually pretty good. I thought you were gonna say 15 years.
So where was she
Right.
caught in the States?
Pardon me?
She was caught in the States?
No,
over
in
abroad?
Britain. Yeah,
Oh,
Heathrow
okay.
Airport. Yeah, she's found at Heathrow Airport with the cannabis.
Oh,
Paid
wow.
$300 to do it, and
Yeah, that's just sorry.
But lucky for her, like you said, 15 months.
if she was caught going into Singapore
Ah,
with
yeah.
that,
He'd be dead.
death penalty. Death
Yeah.
penalty for trafficking in 500 kilograms of cannabis.
Yep. I hope you
No,
heard that.
500 grams of cannabis. Sorry, 500 grams of cannabis.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah. So she
That's
would have
what?
been
That's about a pound and a half, right?
500 grams. Just 454 is your pound, so it's just over a pound.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's brutal. Not good. So she's lucky. She's got 18 month sentence. So
In a civilized country.
yes, yeah, exactly. All right, that's the end of sports. Time to move on to events and entertainment.
All right. So I'm
Right.
going to tell you guys about upcoming cannabis events for the month of November.
Mhm.
There's actually quite a few. If you are a bud tender retailer in the actual industry, you're going to be interested to go to the Tether Holiday Market, which is happening in Hamilton tomorrow, November the 6th, from 6 to 8 p.m. They've got brand activations. It's good for B2B networking, as well as there's going to be some educational sampling. So make sure if you have your cancel and your current bud tender, you get your ticket. November 12th, Elevate Cannabis Expo. I know we talked about them before. They had the 4-day thing last year. They're specifically targeting retailers this time with the retailer summit. So that way they'll be able to get together and discuss, the problems that they face in the industry. So that's for retailers, LPs, brand reps, and industry professionals. Classes, workshops, networking, that sort of thing. That is an all-day event in Etobicoke. And then, as a lot of people are probably aware and have been waiting for the Kind Winter Fair, that is coming up later on this month, November 25th and 26th, with day one, the 25th, being an industry day only. So if you're in the industry, you might want to, if you're available that day, go that day. The first day is, to me, always the most fun. Day two should be just as much fun, but they're allowing in general admission as well. So it's for industry and general admission. It's going to be in a different location this year than it was last year. This year it's going to be at the Grand Bazaar, which is at the exhibition grounds.
Oh, okay. So
So
somebody could take the GO train to get to.
yeah, you literally could take GO or TTC. So it might be easier. And I mean, the parking is great. I know we've parked there a lot. I think it's like $20 underground parking. So if the weather's crap, snowing, you don't have to worry about it. Just go park. but yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. There's literally over 30 brand activations there, and it's just going to be a great time. Kind Fair is always fun.
I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever been to one.
I've been to one in the past. Actually,
I
I've
don't
been to
think I've
two in
been
the
to one.
past.
Yeah, their summer fair is obvious because it's warmer, but I remember last year being in my winter jacket and a onesie, or maybe it was just sweaters and onesies. I brought hand warmers and didn't need them.
They had
Had
they had
heater
like
stuff.
and they had everybody underneath a big tent, and they had the heaters going and stuff
Yeah,
under there to
yeah.
help.
While you were under the tent, you were very comfortable
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
when you have to go outside
to go have a smoke.
to consume crack.
Yeah, that's where I felt that they were lacking a little bit last year. So I'm excited to see a new location to see what they're going to do for consumption area, because I know we've talked about this so many times before. It's like dignified consumption,
Right.
but yet you're sticking us in an alley and we're all trying to crowd around that like one heater that you put in there, and we're like,
It's
you know,
nice to
Yeah,
see
for
that
doobies.
it seems to be that the CNE grounds is becoming cannabis friendly as far as legal cannabis events goes.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I agree.
We've been there for several different events,
Mhm.
and people always seem to congregate on the front lawn, of whatever the building is, or the stairs, or
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that was
to
at the
have
drive.
a designated area where you can just zip in and hang out. For a lot of the people who have been around the community, the cannabis community in Toronto and Canada, it's not just about going to the event. It's about seeing people you haven't seen in a while.
Oh, socializing.
It's mostly about that. I mean, when I go, I find myself sitting outside gabbing with people more than I do walking around. The last event I went to was Lyft, and I sat with Timmy and Mary Jane, and I went in. I borrowed Timmy's pass, walked around once,
You
came
did
back, and
that?
sat outside. I did.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's funny. That's why we created Booth Zero, is because
No,
that's
but
where
I
all
mean,
the
it just
stuff
it didn't interest me. I saw everybody who was there that I knew. I saw people who were there that I didn't want to know, and I chose to instead of sitting inside, sitting outside.
And there's lots of people who come, and that's what they do. They come.
They
Sit
don't
outside.
even. There are lots that don't even go inside.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it's like the marijuana march, the global marijuana march. A lot of people go and they don't do the march; they just hang it.
Just hang it, correct.
Like,
Socialize.
that's what I would do. I've actually walked it once, and only once.
I shake my fist at those people because I'm like, we need your numbers on the street. But I
Yeah.
get it.
Fair enough.
Some
Fair
people
enough,
are
yeah.
also coming to the park to set up a booth. You can't leave your booth.
No.
No.
Like, hey, the day is for everybody. And speaking of the Global Marijuana March, that's going to be on May 3rd this year. So,
May 3rd, correct.
yeah, we need to start planning some activities if we're going to start fundraising for the event, because everybody's like, we want music, we want this. Well, we need money.
You need money to be able to purchase permits and all that type of stuff.
So
Like
want music.
thousands, not just not $100, $100 per person to get to thousands. That's required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those
Correct.
efforts will start very soon because time is ticking. And
But I believe Al has some entertainment stuff to show us.
He does.
I have the trailer for the new Venom, The Last Dance. I prefer the Venom movies over the Deadpool movies. I mean, the idea of having a superhero that walks around trying to kill himself all the time is not really my idea of a superhero. But I like the banter between Venom and I can't remember his name. Do you know his name, Mary Jane? No, I can't remember his name. But I like the banter between the two of them. It's more amusing than listening to somebody talk about killing himself.
Yeah, but it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Who plays
So this is the trailer. Some people might not like this kind of movie. That's okay. I don't care.
Is that the actor?
What's that?
Is that the actor who plays Venom?
This is the actor who plays Venom. Yeah. I liked it so much I will watch it again.
That I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me. Stop speaking. I'm giving you a chance, sweetie. Say when. When? What are you? We are. We're Venom! We are. Venom! No. Oh. Yeah, we are Venom. We're gonna need to work on that.
Delicious! You take me to all the finest places.
I need time off.
We always knew it was impossible. That we were alone in the universe. And it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
Let's go get him.
Oh, shit! We are fugitives. On the run. In the shit.
You're in the dream, my friend.
You mean it?
No. Any promises change.
Hello?
There has to be a reason they're after us.
Eddie, my own, has found us. Jesus Christ!
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
As long as Venom lives, everyone, everything will end.
We may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
Eddie, the time has come.
Wow.
If you like that kind of movie.
To tell you the truth, I had never heard of Venom until my granddaughter. Here
she likes Venom.
Yeah. This is her Halloween costume.
Oh, cool. It's what do you call it? Tongue in cheek. Deadpool is one-liners. This is very tongue in cheek between a monster and its host, Eddie, I guess is the host name. I enjoy it, and I'll watch that again. Probably a few times. It'll be one of my go-to movies, probably.
Now I noticed the guys, the military guys that were coming in, instead of being on parachutes, it all looked like there was like 8 of them, like as if they were on the end of a pole or something, and they were all traveling together coming in.
You know what? There's been some reviews about the graphics.
Yeah.
Not being, in some cases, not being so great. And that there's a lot of wavering on the movie. A lot of people didn't like it because there were some Sony had some issues, I think is what it was. Right.
Right. So
your mic is muted if you're trying to talk. Okay.
No, I'm glad it was muted because I bumped it.
Oh,
That was
there
a
was
little.
the what?
hey, now
I said
were
that
you
was a
gonna?
little shit.
Yeah. Any videos you mentioned earlier about Sherry Ann's videos?
Yeah, I've got 3 videos that Sherry Ann Baker did for us. She went to Hash Fest at the Danforth last weekend, I guess, and did some videos. So we're gonna let me load those up here.
Okay.
For us to watch. And I don't know, I can't remember how long. I apologize for the small view, but she does everything on her celly. So, okay.
Portrait instead of landscape.
That's all right,
Yeah.
Cherry. Next time, just turn your phone the other way.
Yeah, that's right.
She's learning.
Bit about Hash Fest. So this is our first year doing Hash Fest. It's essentially not just a vendor's market, but a trade show for hash makers and extract makers. Anyone from smaller novice growers to larger farms can come here and network with any of the extract makers, hash makers, and make a deal to have their crop ran for them. Yeah.
And is this your first year?
This is the first year, and it's something we intend to do every year now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And who else do we have here?
This is Joe Goldfarb and Sam.
Hi guys, how are you? Hey. So where do you see this going in the future? Like, do you expect this to
Next year, we think it'll be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
We'll have even more people, some more makers.
Yeah.
And,
we just want to connect the hash community. That's the goal right now. We
Well said.
unfortunately, Canada doesn't have the same type of hash community that like Europe is really well known for, that South America is really well known for. Canada is really focused, so is the States on rosin. They forget where things come from, the traditions that these things evolved from, and that's really what we're trying to showcase here. We really want to bring back the love for hash that our parents' generation had, because like that's what my parents loved, that's what my uncles loved, that's what when I think old school, that's what we think of is good quality hash. Because back in the day, the weed just wasn't there, right? It was all seedy and stemmy and not what people wanted to consume. So good quality hash was the thing. And it kind of fell out of sorts for a time, Import got hard. It was hard to get. Now, with legalization, you've got so many really good Canadian hash makers that are now able to come forward, like myself, like Joe, that have been doing this their whole lives, but now we finally get to come forward and share this knowledge. So part of the goal, besides just connecting the community, like Joe was talking about, is we want to be able to bring the home grower and show them how to make something at home. So I just did a demonstration on a home wash and then air drying techniques. So that way the home grower that grows their 4 plants at home is like, maybe I don't want to smoke this outdoor. Maybe I want to make something with it. Well, with a small investment and a little bit of knowledge, you can go and buy the tools that you need to produce some really, really beautiful hash. I mean, that's how I've been doing it for the last 20 some years. That's how we've all been doing it forever. So I'm just trying to share that knowledge. We just want to really just bring the community together, bring the growers to the extract makers, to the hash makers, so that way everybody can just benefit from each other's knowledge, because really that's what it's all about. I don't know if you want to touch on that, Joe. I don't know.
Well said, Boyd. Holy shit, man. Are you sure you're not a teacher?
Tell me a little bit about the Hash Fest.
So this is our first year doing Hash Fest.
All right, that's number 1.
That was good. That was
He
good.
really
Like,
did nail that, didn't he? When he was
what's
like,
that?
when he went to hand the mic to the third guy, and he was like, "Holy shit, that was awesome."
Yeah, exactly. It was.
It was moving. I was like, okay, I see why they're doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, number 2. Number 2. Ooh. Where's the play?
You are a sensei. Black belt extracts, right? Holy shit, man, that was beautiful. Just watching you talk about what we're doing here tonight and what we did last night. Yes, that's exactly right. We are connecting the grow community with the hash processing community, and we are trying to create an interactive experience here, not just vending, different kinds of hash and different kinds of cannabis, but creating this interactive experience between the attendees and the vendors and the speakers. And you can have these long lasting relationships, these meaningful relationships with people, and develop what I hope is for years to come a tradition of people who grow at home and people who grow medicinally. If you have 4 plants, if you have 400 plants, whatever it is, we're here to make that connection between you and the processor. If you want that made into a traditional style hash, if you want it made into a rosin, and I love how you spoke about the race to rosin, and I always call it race, right? I always call it racist hash when people are running to this like white rosin phenomenon. And I always call it like racist colonialist hash. I'm a full spectrum, broad spectrum, like dark hash, traditional hash guy. And I think that we've really put the horse before the cart, or sorry, the cart before the horse when it comes to rosin. And I think that there's not enough of a market really in the dabs, in the like super creamy white dab stuff. I think we need to have a much more fulsome discussion about what Bam Boyd here was talking about, which is the roots of hash, where this all came from. There's a deep, deep, deep history in Ontario and Quebec for historical reasons, for geographical reasons, why hash became so important for us in Canada. Is because we would have these little gaps in the season where you couldn't get weed. And so instead, what you do is you buy your brick of hash for the winter, and it would be imported through Vancouver, imported through Quebec. And there's a historical reason that we actually enjoy this stuff. And so I think that we need to pay attention to that. And it's not just a product that we're trying to make and sell. There's a reason why. There's a culture behind and a community behind these products that I think is really important to talk about, and I think is really the depth of and the meaning of Hash Fest. I think it's not just a place for people to sell their wares, which is great, and I love all the vendors here tonight. Everybody's brought some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff, but I think there's a much richer conversation to have about the history of cannabis and hash, which we had last night. You are a sensei. Black belt extracts, right? Holy shit, man, that was beautiful. Just watching you talk about what.
Okay, number 2 is done.
Number 2, number 3.
This is just the first of many hash fests, and I think we're just going to get better and better and better. We're doing it at the Danforth this time, which I'm really grateful for. The Danforth is a wonderful host. But next year, I think we're looking for a much bigger venue, an outdoor venue with a heated tent. We're going to have a social consumption area, and we're going to make it a much bigger thing. So that's what we're going to try and do. So thank you so much for the time.
Thank you very much for talking to me.
I just wanted to touch on what you guys said too. There's a lot you can learn at these events too, because
we're very education focused.
White, early rosin and whatnot. The thing with hash and rosin extracts, everything, there are so many common misconceptions and misinformation. You wouldn't believe how many people I've heard say, "I don't like hash," and that's because they've only ever smoked fake crap. Or I could go on forever about all the different things that people think they know that they don't, and that's why. That's something that you get out of this too. Is there's a lot you can learn here from all the different people.
There's a lot of knowledge here. There's
Really
a lot
good
of knowledge.
And I think everybody's really willing to help everybody and network. Like, you're not all being greedy and keeping your stuff to yourself. You're all helping each other. You're all creating a bond, which we need to do in this community. So thank you very much, because I take medicinal RSO, which I have you growers making for me, and if it wasn't for you guys teaching me this, I wouldn't be here. So thank you to all you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. So yeah,
Turn it into butter this year. Come see one of these guys.
well, come to the Danforth, and these guys are so helpful, so educational, and they're nice, and they're willing to teach you. They're willing to talk to you and teach you, and put on shows. So just get out down here to the Danforth, and come with your questions and smoke some real hash. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate you.
This is just
There you go.
That was Mary. No, that was Sherry Ann Baker at the Danforth. She attended Hash Fest for us, and this was their first one. If you have an event going on in the Toronto area, Ontario area, and you'd like to have somebody come out, let us know. We'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it's good. And good to know that there's more of them going to be happening.
Yeah,
it sounds like the future plans.
I have plans. It's nice, a lot of stuff goes on in Toronto, and she lives right in Toronto, and so it's hard for both of you guys living outside of the city to go back and forth. I can't go, so it's nice to have somebody who wants to go, and she goes out pretty much every night to stuff.
Yeah.
So she's more than willing to take us with her, and thank you for doing that. There'll be more, lots more.
Yeah, good stuff. It's good. It's good. All righty. Anything else on the events and entertainment?
I'm empty.
You're empty. All right. It's time to move on to all righty. Now I believe I've got a product I'm going to review. MJ, you've got something there as well.
Yeah, I'm curious what you got.
And Al, do you have anything that you're going to review?
You know what? I have Dave sent me, as you know, a dewdrop that I'm going to try and use next show, because they were all out of hash up here in the boonies. So I have no hash. I had to get shatter this week, and you can't really put shatter in a hash.
All right. Well, we look forward to the review of the dewdrop next week. That's for sure. Now, MJ, you asked me what I had. I have
Irie.
I have an Irie.
Irie, man, Irie.
Apple fritters.
Yes, that's a good one.
Is it?
You're gonna love it.
Oh, am I? Okay. It says top terpenes. It's listed here as there's two different forms of caryophyllene.
Caryophyllene or
yeah, that's the
caryophyllene. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an A and a B. There's limonene, pinene, myrcene, and geranol.
I like that these companies, not all of them, but a lot of the companies, or LPs as we call them up here, are putting the terpenes down on it as well. Not just CBD and THC. I like to know what else is in there, because there's some terpenes that make me real fucking ornery.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 26.5% THC and 1% of the CBD.
That's normal.
Oh, wow! I almost thought it was empty. Oh, it is. You know what? I bet you I smoked these already. I just grabbed the tube. I looked like it was sealed. I must have smoked these because it's empty.
Oh, that's so funny. That's terrible. You just found it.
You know what's really funny, Al, is 10 years ago you wouldn't have stepped into one of those fucking stores.
No, well, I didn't buy this at a store.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're smoking the legal weed, Al. Come on.
This was a sample, and I guess I already sampled.
You had already sampled it.
I can't remember.
Well, I was super thankful that when I stopped in Campbellford, I was able to find some hash for my Happle because I think I told you before I was looking for some, and they actually had the Nugs old school hash. And like your apple fritter, they also give the terpenes. Um, it says dominant terpenes, caryophyllene or caryophyllene, however you say them. Terp terp terpinolene. Is that it? Terpinolene
Sounds good.
and
We all
humulene
need a class in how to pronounce terpene.
and humulene.
Oh, I hate that.
Um,
So what do you got there?
so I started to open the Happle while I was just waiting, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cute."
I know, eh?
And I was like, "Oh, it's so cool. So cute. Look at that.
There it is. Clean as a whistle.
It's so pretty."
You know what I have found is
Have
that
you haven't used it yet.
these
No.
but these are very easy to clean, Al. Literally some really hot water and then shake it out and pour it out and then stick it in some alcohol every now and then. And
There's this, yeah, okay, yeah.
even the dewdrop is easy to clean.
Just like that,
Yeah.
right?
Nice. Yeah, there you go. Custom made.
Everyone.
Every one.
And it comes with your instructions on how
How
to
to Happle.
They're custom made. Everyone's made that's different, but they're not
funny.
art.
So many people are doing this now. They're doing the photograph
Yeah.
instructions rather than
A lot most potheads are visual learners, right?
yeah, but it's so funny. So
And
if you close your eyes and I tell you to picture a red apple, do you actually see a red apple?
Yes.
Mine's
Yes.
green.
So I see I see the red apple, but I can't do this. I struggle with these instructions. Like I need
Really, you see those? That's like almost instant. I look at it and go, oh, okay. But with words, it would take me 3 times reading that card if it was full of words to comprehend anything because my brain doesn't.
Pictures are universal language.
Yes,
Okay,
in most cases. Yeah.
Canada's multi
I see there's
languages.
a little slit.
That's
There's
why porn's so big, Al.
Yes, you see the little spot.
I was
there?
I was gonna comment on that. That I like that idea. You take your snake and just push it in there, and it just
Correct.
sticks to the glass.
Exactly. So this is
Although-
what hash is this again?
I've had one fall off on the dewdrop as well. You're a little too close. Back it up.
This is old school hash from Nugs.
Yep. What I've
Okay,
been
that's
doing.
what's on the box.
Reading it. What's that?
That's what's on the box.
Nugs and Happle are one, I believe. Or,
Yes.
yeah, working together. Right?
The Happle. This is a Nugs Happle.
Yes.
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
Okay,
And
keep going.
I love the branding and the colors on that. And so these packages drive me crazy. I always struggle to get them open, but I did learn a trick that if you slide the zipper,
Mm.
you can get into it. Or if the bag is bigger, you can pull from the bottom like a bag of chips.
There's also a slit there that you can get into on the side.
And if all else fails, there's scissors.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want
Okay.
to be able to reseal it, right?
I keep those. I don't keep the other package. I actually I have a silicone
pretty
thingy for my hat. Yeah. It's a nice
So this
little
is a
puck.
gram.
This is
2 grams. 2.
2 grams. You're correct.
Yeah. 2 grams. Yeah. I've bought several so far since I found it.
I only paid. Oh, that's a good deal.
It is. It's 33 and change with my senior's discount.
I definitely don't need all of it, right?
And no. You just need a little, like just like a pea size. No, too much. Half that.
And just so you know, if it's too long, if you leave it in the apple, it will go out because it will suffocate.
Yes, I like that about the dewdrop, Al, because it will a little lower and a little bit longer. Like just roll it out. Roll it out.
Just take it back out and just slide it down a little bit. That's all.
There you go. I roll them thin and long so that after it fills up the dewdrop, it will make itself go out, and then you take it up, and then you're not.
All right,
wasting
yeah, there you go. Now you got to light it. Okay, so you got to light it so it starts to have a little bit of burn, and you want a little bit of like you call that a heater on
Amber.
the end.
Yeah, the heater. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to put this away first.
So, and then you'll blow it out, and it'll start to smolder.
Ah! Wait, let me put this lower so you can actually see what I'm doing.
Okay.
I just put this upside down just so I could light it because I didn't want.
I just held it in my
would
hand.
flip it over and light it, and don't let it get too burny.
I get mine so it's always on fire, and then I blow it out.
Yeah, that's what I do. Now, have you had one fall off yet, Al? I have.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had to fish it out.
see it? There you go. Now stick it in. Okay.
Don't tell me what to do. No, I'm just
stick it in and leave it in for a little while.
Okay, now you see it filling up. Hold it up. There you go. Look at that.
I love that. I watch mine all the time.
The waterfalls effect as it smoke comes down over around the
Now, one of
edge
the things that Dave told us about the Happle is the reason the top is so loose.
Withdraw from the straw while you give a little air on the top
that's why it's so loose. You don't even have to lift it, I found.
Exhale. Yeah.
Do you like that?
That was so very smooth.
No, but wait
okay,
for the
now
top the next one.
It's filling up. You got to empty it again.
The difference between the dewdrop and the Happle is the dewdrop is a water pipe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely true. The spout here, like the piece,
it's different.
The part here is different. So you could actually put bowls and bangers, so you could consume shatter out of your
the top where your
top,
stem
you
is.
can do that. You can also put what do you call it? An e-nail on it.
E-nail.
Dave had one at his shop while we were there, and he has an e-nail on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take the stem out and you put the e-nail in there.
But you could put a bowl. You could put a bowl on it and use it for
hash
as well.
There you go.
I have to get a smaller stem on a bowl, and then you can.
When does it
stop? I was looking for one to see if I had one somewhere.
Make it stop.
Okay, now another thing to know is that if you go to put out the hash, it's too soft. So as we discussed earlier, leave it in there and it will go out.
Yeah, just leave it in there and let it fill. Eventually it'll starve itself.
It'll starve itself. Yeah.
No oxygen. Okay, I'm gonna starve it.
No, just put it down. It'll go out on its own.
Yeah, it'll go out on its own.
When it goes out, I'm gonna smoke the smoke though.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you also got to remember that the older the smoke is, it gets stale.
It's not going out.
Yeah, and also don't drink the bong water out of the dewdrop because it's horrible. I had too much in it.
Did it go out?
No, I knocked it off.
Oh, you knocked it out. Oh yeah, I can see it smoking over there. What are you burning?
The ashtray. It's just
put it out. Put it out. Don't waste it.
It's so soft because it's warm.
Anyway.
So what do you think? Move your adjust your camera again.
Mary Jane, there's something crawling around on your rug behind you.
Just my kitty.
It's gone now. It's gone now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so your review. What do you think? You got the review on the hash and the Happle.
Yeah, so I don't normally consume hash.
You
And
look really stoned. I'd say that it's a 3-star review.
I definitely I remember doing hash growing up, hot knives, and it burned the throat so damn bad.
Yes.
And BTs always had nicotine because they had tobacco in it burning, and it
Yeah.
was so harsh.
BTs for non-Canadians, bottle tokes.
Bottle
Something
toke.
that was developed in Northern Ontario.
Well, that's what Dave was saying. Is this is basically it's like a BT bottle, right?
It's a bottle toker.
He explained it to us back in the day, in the 70s. We
Yeah.
used to take they had what we called rocket bottles, which were big glass Coca-Cola bottles and other brands. So we would use the Coca-Cola bottles, and these were the ones that they banned because they would explode if you dropped them. You put typically a marble or a stone in there and heat up a little area and bang it and try and get a little hole in there so that you can stick a joint or a cigarette with hash on it and get a good clean bottle toke. And that was developed up here out of boredom by potheads in Canada, Canadian potheads.
Yeah,
the Canadian tradition.
We used
Bottle
to take a penny and stick it in a glass bottle, and if you did this like trick where you just like swirled it around and whack, like you're saying, just whack. But I've never had hash that didn't burn.
Isn't that
You
nice?
put it on the end of a cigarette on your
I
amber.
don't know if it was this or this, but I will tell you, this is fucking genius. The only thing that confuses me a little bit from when we used to do it is we used to put the hole on the side so the hash was burning. Because
And you'd suck out of the top. This is the opposite.
Upwards, right?
Yeah.
This
When his is burning, it's actually the smoke is going against and the heat is going against it. So I'd be curious if in your discussion with Dave, if he actually explained why this way burning instead of
It's one of the reasons why the top doesn't seal to the they don't seal the top to the
to let the air
thing,
the air
so the
through.
air does have a place to come through. You don't really have to lift it up. When you lift it up and suck, you get the full ball. But if you just do a little bit at a time, you get the dewdrop is a little different. We'll fart with that next week.
I'm going to guess two reasons. Number one, the stem is normally on the top of the apple.
The stem, yes, the stem.
Okay. The other reason is because I could see is because your hash is attached to that stem. In order to stick it in the side, it would be constantly falling over, or you would have to hold on to it. Whereas that allows it to sit there.
Too. And I didn't notice until you said that the top is actually a leaf.
Correct.
Yes. It's different on the. It's different. I think he does different ones. He's got different kinds that he does.
You have to watch the upcoming documentary when it finally gets released.
The Apple Doc.
The Apple documentary.
No, Apple Doc. There's the title for you, Al. The Apple Doc.
Yeah. I thought it was done once or twice already, but I always gotta do this.
I'm feeling the same way. I've been choosing music for your kayak video.
Oh yeah.
And it's a matter of choosing the right. I'm trying to get the music to what's going on. Same thing.
Yeah. So overall, MJ, did you want to touch any more on your Happle or your hash?
I'm very happy with my Happle and my hash. I'm very high as well, and we'll probably need a nap.
There you go.
That ended very abruptly, and probably need a nap.
Probably need a nap. Yeah. You have karaoke tonight, don't you?
Actually, I have trivia tonight.
For trivia.
Lay down, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to rest down.
One of the rounds I'm doing is slogans, company slogans. Yeah, so like I give them a slogan and they give me the company.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do my avatar. 1 sec.
All righty.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
All righty. Anything else offhand?
No, I'm too high to remember anything else. I'm sorry.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah, me too. Thanks
Yeah,
to
well, hey, you know what I'm going.
Dave.
You know what I'm going to suggest. We can have a little discussion on this right now. Is that we move our product review to the closer to the beginning instead of the end of the broadcast. That way, you can always, if you're smoking a joint, you could always update it, your review on it throughout the show
on the buzz.
And the other reason is because I didn't smoke many joints during the show because I thought I was going to be smoking this one during the review. And there was nothing in it. So I held off.
That's sad. Although I don't know if you'd want me this fried for the whole episode.
I'm ready for a nap.
All righty. Well, other than
What is at
that,
the bottom of my box?
old school hash. There you go.
That's what I have.
Yeah, that's right.
Nugs advertising.
Yeah, you also see it on the side of the box, at the back, I think, on the back end of it.
I didn't get a box because they don't have boxes yet.
Correct. Yeah, there you go. Old school hash. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got what I got. You got my old box with your bubble wrap.
That's right, I did.
Yes.
This whole conversation has been very sexual, guys, and I'm done.
I heard none of it.
Alrighty, guys. Other than that, I guess it's instead of a hi guys, it's a bye guys.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
All right. Bye guys. Happy Tuesday. We'll see you all next week. You're watching the 420 Pace Network, found at 420radio.ca and paceradio.net. Are you looking for non-stop, continuous cannabis and psychedelic programming? If you are, then turn your browsers to 420radio.ca or paceradio.net, where you will find the 420 Pace re-rolled Saturday. Everything gets started at 8 a.m. Eastern Saturday morning.